Who has one?
Hey. So we've actually been here. I know we've been here the whole day. Where I catch stuff. I they talk where you can't cut me. How they want make I continue that thing? Yeah, so ECG, this is all on you. We came here at 12, expecting to start. It's almost 3 o'clock. ECG, why?
Yeah, the agreement. No, may I do this one. This one. We can do the other one. You see? Hey, Lord!
We fix the thing right there, so we go first start. By ECG, you. I go do what Tiffany do. Go.
We gonna have a problem here.
Can I have your attention for a couple minutes? Got some things I need to mention. I hope you let me finish.
Hello people, welcome to the second episode of the AMP show, powered not by ECG, but by a lovely generator outside Pramak. If you can't hear me properly, I beg, you forgive us, tell the ECG, take do it rough, but we never bore. The show must go on. My name is Echo, I will be your host for today. Thank you all for tuning in last week. I mean, the feedback has been great, has been awesome. As you can see, I'm not twitching, I'm not shaking my legs. I am very straight today. Yeah, give me fans. Yeah. And I'm not looking over my glasses today too. So we listen to what you have to say, your suggestions for the show. So things have happened this week. Seriously, there's so many things to talk about. But let's start with the DC murder issue. I mean, that was something, like, seriously. Papa, what do you have to say about that?
I mean, for me, it's
you have to raise your voice with the generator or
it's not about it. For me, it's not just about the murder. What bothers me is gun control when it comes to that. Because this is not the first time this happening. We heard about our versus something. Yeah, that was shot. And these are people we know. So what are the people we don't know that get shot all the time? And we can't wait till this becomes America. Just get up and shoot people. And I heard that the government wanted to do something in the north where you bring your gun and take money, right? But then they talked to some minister or an MP, and he's like, it's not feasible because they were brought up with guns. They are supposed to have a gun in the household. That is how they were brought up there.
Gun control is another huge
really bad
debate, actually.
Yeah.
So what do you think about public officials, DC security?
Wow.
What do you think about that sort of thing? Shouldn't they have more security? He seemed not to have massive.
For me, if you ask me, I'll say that security is one very important thing. Not only for public officials, trust me, each and every one of us, be it public official or just an ordinary citizen of the country, needs the necessary security. Because Evans, like Fafa just said, right now killings have become so rampant, and it's as if they are contract killings. People are murdered.
Exactly, it seems like it's an assassination.
Yes, people are murdered, and there are times I wonder, so what are our security agencies doing? But if you look into this case of the DC's murder, you'll see that it has certain underpinnings and certain underlinings. For instance, I was reading online and then I saw the issue of land. And I started to ask myself, is this related with school lands or government lands? So we should be weighing all these things and then see how best we can do something about it. I was in a state of anomy when I heard about the matter. I was in a state of anomy. See, I was confused. Because I asked myself, if a whole DC could be killed, what about me? I'm just a simple national service person. Say it again, don't use time to kill me. You get it? Oh my God.
Perfectly understood. I am in a state of anomy. What he just said.
Understand the pay for what? Come on, go lock him up. If you don't have value for human life, I will teach you a lesson.
I'm coughing.
That was quite funny.
Yeah, it was quite funny because considering the pressure that the mayor is under to get the streets clean, he's under pressure. You could understand what pressure he was doing. He was so frustrated. He took on the poor driver who wanted to get down the street because even though everyone was supposed to take part in the cleanup, it wasn't compulsory. And I think the guy got on the nerves. He just got the mayor on the wrong day. And then I heard the mayor say he's going to retire from his leadership position and be a city guard so that he can equip more people.
It puts them more in a state of anomaly.
Yeah. So that any anomalous person will make it.
That must think it is, yeah?
What do you think?
Well, I think if he didn't manhandle him, he didn't, do anything that would constitute abuse. Well, I don't have anything that at least to pat the back of a fellow Ghanaian to take part in an exercise. It's not that.
Yeah, even when used to hold both shoulders, yeah, even though the end result was quite different from what happened.
He was Chairman Rollins.
He was Chairman Rollins.
He was Chairman
So when
Rollins.
he held his shoulder, like he went Akara shoulder, he held some Mongolese shoulder, or Thai shoulders.
We'll take it like that. And finally, I mean, I think by some chance, most of us here are Legonites or are ex-Legonites. And there was a congregation just on Saturday. So some of us are graduates. Yeah, some of us are graduates.
I don't think
Some of us.
Some of us are graduates.
Some of us.
Very good, some of us, that's the point.
Why is this some of us?
Exactly. Some people could not graduate because of simple miscalculations of GPAs. Somebody who was supposed to have a first class, not somebody, loads of people supposed to have first classes. They have second class upwards. Their parents are all looking forward to graduation and they come and then their daughter has a second class upper when she should have a first class because somebody didn't calculate something wrong. Others couldn't graduate. I hear the sociology and French people, those who have that combination, could not graduate because there was a mistake at the top, at the registry, and so they couldn't key in their names. How does this happen in the so-called Premium University of Ghana?
Well, for me, Evans, if you ask, I would say first of all, let's give credit where credit is due. I would salute the Vice Chancellor for his bold step. No. I would salute the Vice Chancellor for his bold step, making sure that right now we graduate the same year we finish school.
What's the point in graduating?
That is one feat we must salute. Because you and I know that previously we were graduating a year after finishing school. And that means that our mates in tech, UCC and things would have had their certificate by that time. Maybe apply for masters or jobs. But the case in point is that, for me, I get so scared when I have a problem with my transcript and I'm told to go to
D5.
My heart skips. Trust me,
D5.
my heart skips, okay? I feel that if the people in those sectors feel that there's too much pressure on them, then there should be a decentralized system so that transcripts and things could be collected at the departments, like it is done in some other tertiary institutions. I'm just hoping, I don't know the structural amendments of the new decentralization that has taken place in Legon, but I hope that this has been factored in, because that's going to make it so easy. Because from when I hear D1, D2, D3, hey, trust me, my heart goes on a jumbo.
This is the true state of unknown. What do you make of this whole?
No, the thing is, the VC has nothing to be praised for. Okay, how can you?
Come on.
No, listen to me. What's the point in graduating the same year if there are so many problems? How many of our mates are supposed to graduate that didn't graduate? What's the point?
But trust me,
if we had waited a year later and all these problems had been solved, I would have preferred that, because this graduation wasn't a celebration. It was so sad. It was very, very miserable. You can't tell me otherwise. Okay, what happened yesterday? It was because parents came and they know their kids, they know the capabilities of their kids, and then you come and your child is what, lower, and others. What's others? What was others?
What do you think?
I think my brother here has been very political with the whole
Don't
thing.
mind him.
He's not like a politician. No one wants to praise people for doing work when there's actually no work to be done. Look, the University of Ghana has disappointed students. Just for a grade that disappears. They will tell you to go to your examination officers in the department. They will tell you to go to the top. You go to the registration, go to D5. Look, you go to a category of D's. Let's go to a category of D's. You come back and you know the funny thing. The results are live on the lecturer's table somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
You know, under a pile of papers. And then they decide to give you an F graciously. And then you go there for an audit. At the end of the day, it comes back to bite you. You know, it comes back to bite you. And then they sit there wearing gowns as if they are gods. They are not anything for us.
Lord, let's wrap it up first. Lord, wrap it up first. Our time is up. Lord, wrap it up.
The investing.
Let's finish it up.
The investing. See, I think in all is dream for this university to turn into a world-class university. He was following a set of instructions that a panel of experts
Which
laid
panel?
down. That he's just following their steps and he's just putting in his own things. And I think he didn't manage that graduation from the old system to the new system, because change is very drastic. Change can be what should I say? When it happens, the impact sometimes is not so good, but sometimes it gets
normalized.
But I think this process was very, very bad, because it's just an experimentation in a day. You have rats and we are just guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs, eh?
Exactly, because for you to change the grading system, there are a lot of things that have to factor in for you to get even that grade. Even when you go to other universities everywhere, a lot of things factor in, not only the examinations alone. It's not, you have to move from a system where you are like examinations to prove what you are. In other universities,
you are moving into another
Yes.
thing.
Okay, so
basically what you're saying is,
the transition was not well managed. You know
was
that
not well
change
managed.
comes drastically and it brings all this kind of stuff, but this kind of change was
wasn't
too
well.
drastic and wasn't well managed.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what's bringing all this.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry, our time is up. This was the hot topic segment where we just pick a few issues that happened during the week and touch on them a little bit. This discussion is for you. You can join this discussion on any of our social media platforms, on Facebook, on Twitter. Anything you want us to talk about, put your comment there, put your opinion there, we'll air it. You want to send a video to us, and we are encouraging video messages. Please send us a video message on our email, theamshow@gmail.com, or to this WhatsApp number. Feel free, let us know what you think about any issue.
Time never waits. Asawa, baby. Asawa, baby. Oh, piano love can be quite cool. When I think about the things you do, something they telling me to marry you. Oh, piano love can be quite cool. When I think about the things you do, something they telling me to marry you. Because everything now you, anything I do now you, anytime I want to enjoy now you, anytime I want to laugh now you, when I don't joke or do now you, when I dance so cold now you, oh ding now you, now you. Oh, piano Jubico. Now you, eh, whoa. you.
Okay, so I have a young man here in our studio. His name is Oswald, a friend of mine, good friend of mine. Just graduated first class honors University of Ghana, and he has a remarkable story to tell. He's my friend, but I had no idea about this part of his life, and I just felt like we should have him on the show to talk about his experiences and this part of his life. Also,
Yep.
welcome to the Am Show. Be ready to see what you do for here.
It's all out.
It's all out. It's all out.
We are all out.
How was your interview at Joy FM?
Hey, it was great. It was
great.
great. That was one of the greatest platforms I had. Yeah.
Let's start with your background. Where did you grow up? Where are you from?
Okay. So I'm from the northern part of Ghana, specifically the Upper West region.
Okay.
From Nandom. And if you still want to narrow down, from Ko.
Okay.
And you can still narrow further to Chupai.
I think Nandom works for us.
Nandom works for you.
Okay.
So Nandom in the Upper West region.
That's where you were born?
Yes, that's where I was born, and that was where I grew up.
Okay, and family?
Yes. Of course, I was born into a family.
Definitely.
So when I was born, when I grew up, I didn't see my dad. So when I could understand issues, people told me, oh yeah, when you were like a week old, your dad had passed on. So I took in the story. I was with my mom, and 5 years later, she also had to go. And then
5 years, so when
yes,
you were 5 years
when
old?
I was 5 years old, yeah.
So you lost your dad when you were just a week old?
Just a week old.
You lost your mom
when I was 5.
when you were 5?
5 years old, yeah. And so I had to, my uncle had to take care of me. So in the big family house, we shared the same compound with my uncle, you know. So I was with him, and well, that was 97. He passed on in 97.
Your uncle also passed on?
Yes, he also passed on in 97.
How did this happen? How did it happen?
Well, the story still goes around that they were, it was food poisoning. Yes, by someone else. Yes, so the wife was cooking, and she decided to go to fetch water and asked the little boy to take care of the food. And apparently another uncle from my extended family came in to light his cigar, and they suspect he did. Because after the family ate the food, then that happened. They all passed on.
They all passed?
They all passed on. They rushed them to the hospital. They all passed on the same day. They brought them back. The woman pregnant with kids passed on. Her little daughter passed on that very day. But the man was still like in coma kind of thing, responding to treatment, but they thought he could make it.
So you lost that family?
We lost that part of the family. So I lost mine and also lost my uncle's family.
Wow.
So I lost everything. Cancer.
So then what happened to you? Where did you?
Yeah, so my auntie who lived in the next village just came to pick me up, and I went to stay with her.
Okay. And she took you through the rest of school?
The rest of school till secondary school.
So secondary school.
Yes.
And this school is where? Where exactly is school again? For the primary?
So the primary in a village school,
yeah.
And then secondary school in the same village school. Junior high school in the same village. Then I proceeded to St. Francis, which is in the original capital.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. So St. Francis is a very good school.
Oh yeah, sure.
So you must have excelled in the BECA.
Yeah, I did excel. So, under normal circumstances, St. Francis, they charge a lot of fees, and we paid heavily. So at the time, we were paying over 200 cedis per term. And so looking at somebody and looking at my background, I shouldn't go to such school.
Exactly.
But I don't know what armed me up to apply.
What armed you up?
What armed me, So I sat the BC and still decided to pick the forms for
Can I ask how many ones you got?
Well, at the time, I got 3 1s and all 2. So it was 09 at the time in the village, and that was the best grade we produced for that circuit. Yes, and when I sat the entrance exam to Xavier, I passed, proceeded to do the interview, passed, and I went to Xavier.
You went to Xavier?
Yes.
Wow. And how, because I know they pay a lot. Actually.
Yeah, they pay a lot.
So how was that financed for you?
So when I went to Xavier, I remember my first school fees was paid by my aunt, another auntie in Accra.
Okay.
Yes. And one day, a group of people came in the vehicle. They're looking for us. I was among 2 other boys.
they've seen our results, we are good students, so they want to sponsor us. That was it. They paid the fees once for that term, and later on they told us they couldn't proceed because the fees was too much. In the other public institutions, they were paying like 50 cedis for the whole year, but we were paying over 200 cedis per term, so we dropped out. And so everything was accumulating. Once after school, I realized how much I owed them. So when I came to Accra, I had to work to go pay that money. Get my results. What did you do? Well, you came to Accra right after secondary school?
Right after secondary school. Well, I used to come to Accra, but right after secondary school, I began to have my longest stay in Accra.
In Accra, okay. And what did you do? How were you able to make up the money for this?
For the results?
Yes.
Well, I engaged in Accra. There are so many things. You can do anything because of money. So, sales, promotional sales, so vehicles, they go about, play music and they're recruiting people to help sell them, so drinks or anything else. So they just jump into the vehicle and then you're part, you make money for that day. And later on, I got connected to a security company, so I became a security guard in a residence. And I managed to save that money, went for my results.
Wow. Wow. Can I ask how you did in the WASI? How
I performed in the WASI?
How you performed in the WASI?
Well, Xavier, so it was marvelous, a marvelous performance. I got 6 A's and then 2 B's.
Boy.
Yeah.
Boy. Did you get into university the same?
No, I had to stay in the house for a year. So I was supposed to be in university in 2009, but the whole of 2009 and some parts of 2010 I was in the house.
Working. Trying to make up the money.
To apply.
Wow. So how did you finally apply to the university? How?
Well, I finally applied with my own money. The money I saved from the work. Yes, but sure, I couldn't use that money to pay for the fees because those days it was like 70 cedis a month. Security job. You go to
70 cedis a month.
Sure. My starting pay was 70 cedis, and the highest I ever got was 94 cedis.
But you went every day.
Every day. So, but we had to shift twice in a week.
Okay.
2 times a week. So I worked like 5 times. Yeah.
Okay. So then, how did you finance?
University?
Yes, because you can't use this. But how did you?
Oh yeah, I knew. Of course, but you have to step on something. You have to have something to be able to convince people that you are serious, you really know what to do, and before they can help you. So, a family friend introduced me to a very benevolent man. He saw my results and he saw what I was doing. I was serious. I was working to go to school, and he decided that once I've gotten admission to the university, he would take over everything, and that was it. That was how I got to university.
Boy. And how has it been for you? Because here you are, English department. What did you? You're my mate, but what did you do? What did you study? Let people know what you studied.
Well, I was given linguistics, English and French, but by level 200 I dropped linguistics and I was there with English and French. And that's
what you graduated with?
Yes, I graduated with English.
First class honors?
Yeah.
Boy, amidst all these challenges, amidst all this...
Oh yeah, several challenges, but I don't see them as challenges. What can you do? People have several problems. Mine was just maybe from a different angle, but people have so many problems, you understand? So I just took it in and I had to make it for myself, and that was the thing. I got armed all through the way.
He got armed all through the way.
Hello again and welcome to the entertainment segment, aka my personal gist corner. Remember me from last week. Today I'm running the show with 2 very opinionated and eccentric guests. We have Alex and
I'm Niso Akati.
Thank you. Alright, so we just jump right into it. This week there's been so much. It was so hard trying to figure out what exactly we're going to bring to this platform, but then we've narrowed it down to what I will consider my personal favorites. First, gospel musician Amabuahime's milk drinking saga.
Let me put my leg down first because this is a very... Amabuahima says milk has made her fair.
The way I like milk.
But I was actually looking at picture on social media, I was trying to juxtapose the before and the after, and trust me, sharp contrast. Because for me, I really like milk. No. It's the truth from birth. See, my mom says I stopped sucking breast milk when I was like 3 years old. But I'm not fair.
I personally have a policy about trying to respond to everything on social media. I think most of the things that come up can just be ignored. There was a story about Eva Nelson when her bleaching thing came up, and she said she was face of Princess Kokobaka. I didn't know that. I thought it was Eva Nokoro's sister that was the face of. And these things, just leave it. And if there is like a fact in what people are saying about what you're doing, you probably should check it out, because if it's making waves, it means that people either like it or they don't like it. So, and I don't know why, if you're a gospel musician, why you put so much emphasis on how you look enough to, strive to look fairer and say that it's on the weather. There are very dark people that live in Europe and are not fair because they live in Europe. So, what, are we stupid or dumb not to know the difference between, people who are doing extra to look, fairer?
But frankly, in my opinion, I honestly think there's no point trying to deny bleaching. I mean, it's your skin. At the end of the day, when you're 60 and you look funny, it's you. Okay, moving on straight into our second hot topic, Tiffany's sex tape. This one I am not commenting, and in this segment we have Lord to give us a little more insight on it.
Actually, come see grinding skills. Grinding skills for the floor top, grinding skills for the potto. Everyone said, like, I haven't seen that grinding like ever since my grandma taught me how to grind.
Your grandma taught you how to grind. What kind of grind?
Wow.
I'll tell you what one, not anything. So that one, I learned myself. Yeah. So Tiffany, like the video was crude. I mean, it will go around that it's no hair, but then everybody knows that she's tattooed on the left arm and everything. So everything is we can. For advisedly, we will say alleged. Video of Tiffany, but then for even her to be ashamed with, it's bad for her image, bad for PR, bad for everything. And I think this goes out to you have to limit what you video, what you're allowed to get videoed and all that, because it has really hit her bad. And
because
I wonder
with
how
the
she will recover from
smartphones,
this one.
Yeah, because with the smartphones that have come right now, you can't really control what comes into your phone and what goes out, especially with iCloud and Skype, especially for Nokia phones. Like when you take your pictures, it just uploads automatically without you having any control. So we really need to be careful with the kind of stuff that we want to put out there.
Yeah, but the girl is really in touch with the African roots too, Charlie.
Because
the last time that somebody did was Companocho, because really like skills now. Like because to even do I don't know whether I have a manual of cursing. I don't know. There's everything on YouTube and Google, but Charlie, I tried how to curse in Charlie, but I'm not finding anything. She be the standard. She be blueprint of how they curse people.
I just want to let people know out there that we are excited, we're young, and nobody's going to hold us against us when we make some of these mistakes. But once you put on your parenting cap, once you become a mature adult, when you're responsible for yourself, there's certain things that are just inexcusable. We just can't find ways to excuse it. So those of you in school right now who find this whole technology thing fun, it's a good thing your schools don't allow you to bring cell phones. Don't smuggle this and do things like this and send it to your boyfriend in the fancy. It won't help you.
But actually, don't mess with Tiffany, like she can kiss.
ECG, if you want one way through, you want one way through. Hey, yes, you don't want to be. But the guests, or balance, but the guests. Can you also move yet that? Straight up tip, but women. Tip. Yeah, tip,
Okay, all too soon. We have had to come to an end to the program. You can hear the generator out there, Charlie. We have forced. We've done our best. Forgive us if the sound isn't so good today. Blame ECG. It's not our fault. I hope you enjoyed everything. I hope Oswald's story inspired you. Remember what he said. Get amped and move on. There are always things that come in life, that's challenges that come your way, but you have to move on. Use them as a stepping stone and move ahead in life. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you go on our Twitter, make sure you go on our Facebook, on our IG, and don't forget, get amped. See you next week.
Can I have your attention for a couple minutes? Got some things I need to mention, I hope you let me finish. I used to be blinded by the flash, but now I'm seeing the picture. Finally caught a break after I made God the picture. My mind was grass, it's not because of bad vision, because they found the right frame designed by